Welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be tackling something, well, pretty huge. High-performance medicine.
Oh, yeah. It's a big one.
Specifically, we're going to dig into how artificial intelligence is, kind of reshaping the whole landscape of healthcare.
Definitely changing the game.
And you were kind enough to bring this really interesting research article to the table.
Yeah. High-performance medicine. The convergence of human and artificial intelligence.
Catchy title.
Right. From Nature. Published back in 2019.
So, we're not talking ancient history here, which is great.
Still super relevant.
Yeah, and the author, Eric Topol, he's a pretty big deal in digital medicine, right?
Oh, yeah. He's like one of the leading voices in the field.
Yeah.
So his take on all this is, well, definitely worth a deep dive.
Absolutely. So jumping right in, the article starts off by highlighting this sort of paradox we see in healthcare today, right?
Yeah, like a real head-scratcher. Costs are just skyrocketing, but are we really seeing better outcomes across the board? Not always.
It's almost like we're spending more and getting less, in a way.
You hit the nail on the head. And Topol really cuts to the chase. Can AI really tackle this paradox? Can it actually make healthcare better and more affordable?
Those are the million-dollar questions.
Exactly, and that's what we're going to try to untangle here.
So let's unpack this healthcare paradox a bit. The article throws out some, well, honestly, kind of startling statistics.
Oh yeah, there are some real eye-openers in there.
Like, life expectancy in the U.S. has actually gone down, and infant and maternal mortality rates are still way too high.
And yet, we're shelling out more on healthcare than any other country. It just doesn't add up.
It's a global issue, for sure. But the question is, can AI offer solutions where traditional approaches have fallen short?
That's a big hope, right?
The article really zeroes in on deep learning, which is, from what I gather, a type of AI that's really good at recognizing patterns. Kind of like how a doctor diagnoses based on symptoms, but on a much larger scale.
Yeah, it's like pattern recognition on steroids. Think of it this way. A doctor looking at a scan, trying to spot something out of place, something unusual. Deep learning does that, but it can analyze thousands of images, scans, whatever, super fast. And it's learning with each one, getting better at spotting those subtle patterns that humans might miss.
That's kind of mind-blowing, actually. And the article gives some great examples of this in action. Like in radiology, there's this example of AI detecting pneumonia from chest x-rays with, accuracy that could rival seasoned radiologists.
Oh, yeah. And there's even this study they talk about where an algorithm actually outperformed radiologists at detecting cancerous nodules in lung scans. Pretty wild.
So wait, are robots going to replace radiologists now?
No, not at all. It's not about replacing human expertise, but giving them a powerful tool, helping them diagnose faster and more accurately.
Okay, so it's more like enhancing human capabilities, not replacing them. I like that.
That's the idea, a partnership.
And this isn't just in radiology, right?
Nope, not even close. AI is making waves in pathology, too. Imagine being able to analyze those digitized pathology slides, the ones they use to diagnose cancer.
Yeah.
There was a study where they found that using AI alongside human pathologists actually gave the most accurate results when detecting breast cancer metastasis.
Wow, so it's really about humans and machines working together.
Exactly. AI can process all that data, pick up on those tiny details we might miss, but doctors bring experience, intuition, that ability to see the whole patient, not just data points. High-performance medicine, it's all about that teamwork.
It's a fascinating concept, and this article keeps going. It even talks about AI in dermatology, analyzing skin images to diagnose skin cancers, maybe even as well as a dermatologist could.
Think about it. So many skin lesions are initially diagnosed by, primary care doctors who don't have that specialized dermatology knowledge.
Right.
AI could be a game changer there.
Makes a ton of sense. And then there's ophthalmology. The article talks about AI analyzing those retinal images to diagnose diabetic retinopathy, which is, really crucial for preventing vision loss.
And the earlier you catch it, the better the chances of preserving someone's vision. And AI is proving to be super accurate at this. There's this study where the AI didn't miss a single urgent referral case. Not one.
That's impressive. It's like having this second set of expert eyes making sure nothing gets missed. And what about cardiology? Are they using AI there too?
Oh, absolutely. They're using AI to analyze electrocardiograms, ECGs. That can help detect those irregular heartbeats, arrhythmias, which could seriously improve how we diagnose heart attacks.
It's almost like having this invisible partner for doctors and all these different specialties, helping them see more, diagnose faster, and ultimately just deliver better care.
We haven't even touched on how AI is changing entire healthcare systems. Think predicting hospital readmissions, even creating these digital twins of patients to personalize their care.
Digital twins, that sounds straight out of science fiction.
It does, right?
Mm.
But it has the potential to revolutionize how we approach medicine.
I can't wait to hear more about that.
Well, get ready, because next we're diving into the world of AI and health systems. It's going to be a wild ride.
So we've seen how AI can really lend a hand to doctors,
Mhm.
helping them diagnose and treat patients.
Right, like giving them superpowers.
Exactly. But this article takes it a step further, right? It suggests that AI could actually reshape how whole health systems operate.
Yeah, it's like zooming out, looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Think about it. Using AI to analyze all those electronic health records, all that data, and actually predicting things.
Predicting what?
Like, how likely is a patient to end up back in the hospital, after they've been discharged? Those readmissions.
Oh, wow. Being able to spot those high-risk patients before they even leave the hospital, that could be huge.
Absolutely.
Oh.
It could let doctors intervene early, maybe even prevent those readmissions altogether. Better for the patient and way less expensive for the system.
Makes sense. And AI can do even more than predict readmissions, right?
Oh, for sure. The article talks about using AI to predict who might be at risk for sepsis, that
Mhm.
really serious condition.
Yeah, early detection with sepsis is critical.
Exactly. And AI could give doctors that vital head start.
It's like having this high-tech early warning system, constantly monitoring patients, alerting doctors to potential problems before they become emergencies.
Spot on. And it goes beyond that. AI can play a role in patient safety too.
Oh, how so?
Well, think about monitoring hand-washing compliance among healthcare workers, or maybe identifying patients who are at a higher risk of falls.
So AI can help create a safer environment for everyone.
Absolutely. A more proactive approach to safety, using technology to be more vigilant.
That's fantastic. But what about all that administrative stuff? All that time healthcare workers spend on coding and billing, scheduling appointments, managing staff. It's a lot.
It is. It's a huge burden.
Yeah.
And that's where AI can really shine. Streamlining those tasks, automating them, so doctors and nurses can focus on what matters most, the patients.
Okay, so now let's talk about those digital twins you mentioned. I gotta admit, it sounds kind of futuristic, almost like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Right. But it has the potential to completely personalize medicine. Imagine an AI system creating a virtual model of you using all your health data, medical records, genetics, even data from wearables.
Wait, so there could be a virtual me out there helping my doctor make decisions about my health.
In a way, yes. It's about taking all that complex data and using it to simulate different scenarios, predict how you might respond to treatments, even suggest lifestyle changes.
Wow, so it's not just about treating diseases, it's about optimizing your health in a way that's totally unique to you.
Exactly. Personalized medicine taken to a whole new level. But what's interesting is that this technology is starting to move beyond the hospital into our everyday
I
lives.
can see that happening. I mean, I have a smartwatch that can detect an irregular heartbeat, which is pretty amazing in itself.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. Think about smartphone apps using AI to analyze skin lesions or help manage chronic conditions like diabetes.
It's like having a team of virtual health assistants right in our pockets.
Exactly. Available 24/7. And then there's the potential for AI to personalize our nutrition. Imagine an app that analyzes your gut microbiome and predicts how your blood sugar will react to certain foods, helping you make smarter choices about what you eat.
So no more guessing what's good for you or not. AI figures it out for you. That's incredible.
Right. It's like having a personal nutritionist on call. But AI is also making huge strides in scientific discovery, something we haven't even touched on yet.
Oh, right. The article talked about that too.
AI is becoming this incredible research tool. Think of it as a super-powered research assistant that can analyze those massive biological data sets we have now, that can help accelerate breakthroughs in, well, everything. Drug discovery, understanding how cancer evolves, even mapping the human brain.
It sounds like AI has the potential to solve so many problems in healthcare. It almost sounds too good to be true. But the article does mention some limitations and challenges, right?
Oh, of course, we need to be realistic. And yeah, the article highlights some important concerns.
Like what?
One of the big ones is the lack of transparency with some AI algorithms, the whole black box problem.
Right, where we don't really know how the AI is making its decisions.
Exactly.
Mm,
And that can make it hard to trust them, especially when it comes to our health. We need transparency, especially in medicine.
absolutely. And the article also brings up data privacy and security. I mean, AI relies on having access to tons of data.
Huge amounts of data. So who has access to it and how is it being protected? Those are big questions we need to answer. We need strong safeguards in place to make sure our health data is being used responsibly and ethically.
So it's not all sunshine and roses. We need to proceed with caution.
Definitely. The future of healthcare is being shaped right now, and it's important to be informed and part of the conversation. The article makes an interesting comparison to self-driving cars.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
We're probably never going to have fully autonomous AI doctors making all the decisions, just like we're probably never going to have level 5 autonomy for cars.
And that's probably a good thing. We don't want robots replacing doctors entirely.
Exactly. The ideal scenario is collaboration. AI and human clinicians working together to create a healthcare system that's truly high-performing.
Combining the best of both worlds. Machines are great at analyzing data, spotting those patterns, and humans bring empathy, experience, the ability to consider the whole person.
That's the key. So for listeners who might be feeling a little overwhelmed by all this talk about AI,
Yeah.
I think the most important thing is to stay informed. Ask questions, engage in the conversation. The future of healthcare is happening now, and we all need to be part of it.
I love that. The article ends on this really hopeful note, suggesting that AI has the potential to create a healthcare system that's more efficient, more personalized, and ultimately more human.
It's a fascinating journey, and we're just at the beginning.
It does feel like we're at this turning point, you know? Like
Yeah.
the whole landscape of healthcare is about to change.
Yeah, definitely. It's exciting, but it's also important that we, proceed with caution.
Totally agree.
As we start integrating AI more and more into healthcare, we got to be aware of its limitations and those ethical considerations. We have to make sure it benefits everyone, not just a select few.
That's key. So, as we wrap up this deep dive, is there one big idea you really want listeners to walk away with?
That's a good question. I think the most important thing to remember is that high-performance medicine, it's not about machines replacing humans. It's about humans and machines working together,
Yeah.
to create a system that's more precise, more efficient, more tailored to each person, and ultimately more humane.
That's a great way to put it. More humane.
It's about empowering both sides, the people providing care and the people receiving it.
I love that. It's not about replacement, it's about collaboration. That's a really hopeful message.
It is. And I think this article, it really lays out both the incredible potential and the very real challenge. We need to keep both of those in mind as we move forward.
Absolutely. Well, a huge thank you to Eric Topol for writing such a thought-provoking article and for giving us so much to discuss today. And of course, thank you to you, our listener, for joining us on this deep dive.
We hope you found it informative, maybe even sparked some new ideas.
Stay curious out there, everyone, and keep exploring. Who knows what amazing advancements are just around the corner?
We'll be back soon with another deep dive, another topic we think you'll find fascinating. Until then, take care.